they won't tell you how you can make money. By the EU rule, let me tell you what Brexit is. Brexit is 28 different nations agree to be together and work together. That's what Brexit is. Then Britain, the only English-speaking country, leaves. Brexit is the group and leaves 27 nations behind. Do you know the truth? This is a secret. Between now and the year 2050, the EU cannot change the language. The language of business in the EU is English language. Do you already see the business opportunity in that? The EU speaks and conducts all their businesses in English language. And now Britain has left. The only country speaking English. Yet, by law, whether the French like it, whether the Germans like it, whether the Hollanders like it, is irrelevant. By law, all their documents must be in English. All their communication must be in English and their native language. So how does that make a business for you? You can help in translation, interpretation, editing of any documents of the EU, because the EU doesn't want to give that contract to England again. They don't want to. They don't want to have any formal dealings with England, but they cannot use their language. They can't speak German. So please, right there now, language cannot be your barrier to business. Can you write that down? Language cannot be your barrier to business. If you're on Facebook, write it there. Language cannot be your barrier to business. Because what some of you might say, but I don't speak German, or I don't speak Spanish, or I don't speak French. You don't even have to. Have you heard about Google Translate?
Yes.
Okay. What does Google Translate do for you when you go to a French website and select the URL and put it inside Google? What does it do for you? It translates the whole thing. So you don't need to understand the target language if you are lazy. But if you are not lazy, you can learn the whole of German in 7 days. 7 days. 7 working days, you can learn German. 7 working days, you can learn French. 7 working days, you can learn Spanish. I'm not making this up. I'll give you a pack from the BBC, and you go and check it out. For those of you, like I'm saying, this is just a general introduction. So you cannot allow language to stop you. Number 2, because you already are on Zoom as I'm talking to you, or Facebook Live as I'm talking to you, you cannot allow location. That's the second L. This is a barrier to people. Because you can help the people in Quebec as I'm talking to you now. There are French-speaking Canadians that are your northern brothers. You can, right now, as I'm talking to you, help the editor of a newspaper in Quebec. Help the editor of a newspaper in Toronto. Right now, as I'm talking to you. That means you read what they have written. You don't even need to be an English teacher. You don't need to be a native English speaker. You need to have read 6 or 7 different editions of that newspaper. So, I'll give for instance, you take the LA Times, you read it on Monday, you read it on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, and Friday, and then you see a pattern in terms of reporting in sports, or in finance, or in motherhood. Whatever is of interest to you, you read it and you see the pattern. Once you're familiar with the pattern, you go to the website and you see the website of that magazine, news magazine, that newspaper, or their Facebook page. You go to the Facebook page and you like it. So anytime they have any news feed, you see it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're having an electronic connection with a newspaper in a foreign country. This is how I lived in London, and I was the European editor for a newspaper based in New Jersey. Let me say this slowly. I live in London. I read newspapers whose editor was based in New Jersey. I respond to them. They respond back to me. At the end of the year, the amount of money you will earn from just reading and writing, just reading. That's why I'm so afraid. Why? Sometimes I look at people and say, why would you beg for money in any economy? Whether it goes up or it goes down, because your economy is multi-dimensional and international, it does not affect what is happening to you locally. So if you're in Lusaka and you have access to the internet, please stop using the internet for entertainment. Stop, I'm begging you. Do not post funny things every day on your timeline. A cat, sometimes I saw a cat scratching the wall, and then it's funny. Look. Being funny doesn't put money in your account. If you have 3 posts, one of them can be funny, the 2 of them targeted to make you money. Because you have the functionality on your phone. And you have the ability to be able to use that phone. I'm not even talking about tablet. Tablet is a luxury. Tablet is heaven. I'm saying on your phone. We'll come to desktop. You don't even need a desktop computer. Of course you don't need a desktop. Why do you need a desktop computer? Tell me what you can do on your tablet and your laptop that you think, oh, it's so big, I have to go and buy a new computer. No. The computer you have on your desk at home belongs to the museum. It's old talk. The computer you have on your desk, the big one, belongs to the museum. The real computer that you have is this. Did you see this? Is this. This is the best computer on planet Earth. My computer has an app here that can teach me any foreign language I want to. This is my computer here. I will take you to the App Store. You will download Spanish. If Spanish, what you want, because in Mexico, most of you now, how many of you make money from Mexico? How many of you live in mainland USA or in Canada or in the UK and get paid from Mexico? How many of you?
No.
The only reason is because you don't speak quote-unquote Mexican, which is Espanol, right? And how long will it take you to learn Espanol? Listen, in Sudamericana or in Latin America, once you can learn a little bit of the Spanish, they help you anyway. So you will be able to employ somebody in Mexico to carry out some specific work for you in the UK, and you pay the person less than a tenth. You saw the poster that we put up here now for today's event. That poster can be designed by somebody in Venezuela. It can be designed by somebody in Cuba. It doesn't make any difference. They're going to email it to you anyway. If you send an email from Manchester to London, guess what? It takes exactly the same time to send an email from LA to London. It takes exactly the same time to send a letter from Lusaka to London. Do you understand? In the good old days, it took 1 week for international air mails. 1 week. In today's life, it takes what? The same number of seconds to send an email. So what is the point in using a local labor that is more expensive than its cheap international labor? That is why Oracle, Facebook, Microsoft, Sun System, Twitter, All the big companies in Silicon Valley, they don't have their developers anywhere near California. The biggest place to have right now, or until Christmas, was a place called Bangalore in India. Can you please type that down? Bangalore, B-A-N, Bangalore, B-A-N-G-A-L-O-R-E, Bangalore, India. Type that on your Facebook now. You see the output there, go and type it on Google, you will see outsourcing. The companies in West Coast outsource all their development to Bangalore in India, where they pay less than a tenth of what they would pay an American. For those of you listening to me from LA, let me shock you. If you haven't heard this before, if you're listening to me from LA, from Los Angeles in California, let me repeat. If you're in LA, Orange County, if you see a doctor, all the doctors in LA, they have their letters typed for them. They want to send a letter to a local hospital, or they want to refer a patient, or they want a letter. Guess where the letter is being typed? Who can guess? Who can guess? You are allowed to guess. You might get a prize.
In India.
From their home or
in India.
Thank you. Thank you. Pastor Debo, you got it. It's not a joke. Type in medical transcription. Medical transcription on your computer now. The doctors in California have their entire back office in India. Right now.
Bangalore.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Medical transcription. So every single person that is on this call, you now need to know that location. It is not a barrier to you making your economy global.
Bangalore.
So please, I'm asking you. This letter on my screen. Can you all see my screen? This is somebody that puts their items. He is my student. He's my mentee. He upgrades and puts things on his LinkedIn page. And somebody that he has never met before, doesn't know, writes him a letter. Look at it, say, based on your LinkedIn profile, you may be interested in, can you see this? If I tell you how many letters I get from people I don't know, because your LinkedIn page is your CV. Writes him a letter. In the past, he said, based on your LinkedIn profile, when my parents were growing up, you see a job advert, you get your CV, you would type out your CV, you would put it in an envelope, you would lick the envelope, you put a stamp on it, then you go to the post office and post your CV to the person that wants back. In today, if you post your CV, you are living in the Old Testament. Your CV is not supposed to be posted. Your CV is supposed to be pasted on LinkedIn with the first two sentences about you optimized for the job you want to do. I have students and I have participants that have been on my program. They live in Africa. They don't earn anything in Africa. They earn everything without exception in Germany. And that in Spain, in France, in Africa. Because they optimize their LinkedIn page and they use Google Translate to translate their LinkedIn page. So your CV is made available to the Germans. It's made available to the French. And it's made available to the Spanish. Optimize their LinkedIn. Let me say this slowly. Right now, everybody here that is a professional has a CV. Your name, the institutions you attended, what you are doing, why you are doing it, and when you are doing it. You may have another company that is doing exactly the same that your company is doing, 6,000 miles away. In the olden days, They won't even think of employing you because you are not living anywhere near them. You're not living in their city. But in today, because of teleworking, because of remote working, Microsoft has more programmers right now, as I'm talking to you, in Eastern Europe than anywhere near the United States. Microsoft. So the Microsoft word you are using was not made in Washington. I will tell you this, and what I'm trying to do this evening is just give you a taster. There's a weekend where we do all day Friday, all day Saturday. Before you come, you send your CV, and then you send your LinkedIn page. LinkedIn, the same thing as Facebook. It's not on Facebook. You can chat, you can call, you can put items there anytime you like. And LinkedIn, you can go there right now. This meeting that I'm talking to you about now, I advertise this meeting on my LinkedIn page. So say today I'll be talking to a group of people about COVID-19. Some of you on the call, can you please type, if you're on Facebook, type where you saw this meeting or how you got this invitation. I want you to type whether you got it by email sent to you or you saw it in a post or somebody called you or you got it on WhatsApp. Please type it. I need you to type it. How did you hear about this meeting? Because Dr. Adebo and I have not seen physically. Dr. Adebo and myself are not in the same location. He contacted me electronically. I replied electronically. We put the things together electronically. And this whole meeting is taking place electronically. So if you can participate in a meeting, you can host a meeting. Please can you type that there? If you can participate, just type, if I can participate, I can also speak. Please, I will need you to type that there. Whoever can eat can cook. Can you write that down? My grandmother told me that. Every human being on the planet that can eat, that same person can cook. Every single person that can eat, you can cook. So you must start from there. What I'm teaching now could have been mathematics. What I'm teaching now could have been biology. What I'm teaching now could have been history to undergraduate students. And I do that, by the way. My campus is in London. It's called the European School of Economics. They have a campus in New York. They have a campus in Florence. If you come on my page, you will see the president of the school and I interacting on LinkedIn. You know how often we see? Once every 3 months. Students come on, we talk to them, we teach them, that such thing. This is the best time to be a teacher of anything. This is the best time to be a learner of anything. I don't care what you do. I really don't care. It doesn't matter at all. If you can have a computer, that is a luxury. If you have a tablet, that is probably bigger than what you need. All you need is a mobile phone. And you log in with your LinkedIn account name and you put in your password, boom, you're ready to go. And you will see big influencers on LinkedIn. You will see how a 17-year-old boy, please write this down, a 17-year-old boy, he met me and said he wanted me to be his mentor. 17, not 18, made $40 million. What I'm saying, that I'm going to give you his name and I'm going to play a video for you to see. So this is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is just saying, this is my CV, this is what I do, and if I use your services, I'll go and click on what is called endorse. And endorse you that you have a graphics skill. I endorse you to say you have a speaking skill. I endorse you to say you have a coaching skill. I endorse you to say you have a mentoring skill. Whatever skill you have, once I have used it, I will endorse you. It's a way of me telling LinkedIn that this man is good at what he does. If you're an author, good. If you're a reader, fantastic. So you can buy and sell your skills, buy and sell your knowledge buy and sell your experience. If you're a mother, even fantastic. The basis of motherhood, what you learn from your mother, you can share it and start a forum for mothers. And then be an affiliate on the back of being a forum leader. So please do not think that the salary you earned last year is anything to go by what you need to be able to earn. What you earned last year is probably a tenth of what you can easily earn. The only thing is that you didn't have any friends to tell you that your Facebook is a cash machine. Your Twitter is a cash machine. I mean, when you need money, you go there. Your Instagram is a cash machine. How many of you have a YouTube account? Please put up your hand. I can see that. Put up your hand. I want you to be interactive. Put up your hand. How many of you have a YouTube channel? Try and put up your hand because I'm going to take this seriously because that's another level. Try and put up your hand if you have a YouTube channel. Larry, is Jackie in the room? Jackie, Gracious, Marcia. How many of you have a YouTube? Anna, how many of you have a YouTube channel? I need to put up your hand. Put up your hand. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. How many of you have a YouTube channel? Okay. Ashley, thank you very much. You can put down your hand now. How many of you have a Gmail account? Gmail account. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Who's Galaxy 10 Plus? How many of you have a Gmail account? Okay. The next time we are meeting, I'm going to come with the lie detector machine. Somebody is lying to me and lying to themselves. Everybody that has a YouTube account is almost always linked to an email. But everybody that has a Gmail account also has an automatic YouTube account. Please, can you write that down? Everybody that has a Gmail account has an automatic YouTube account. So if you are afraid of technology, you pay your brother or your sister or your niece or your nephew to do this for you. And they'll be glad to do it for you because they don't have the business sense. You have the business sense, they have the technical skill. If you don't like computers, even better. So you can have time to think. I had a Facebook page and I never, it's my private Facebook page by the way, I never touched it for 2 years. Every day there were posts, every day there were responses. My Indian students handled everything for me. For 2 years, every day, if you send an email to me, or send a message to me, or put a post, they will respond automatically. So you don't have to be there every day. You don't have to be. You can allow somebody else, and you pay them little or nothing. Say, can you post this for me? Can you check for me and let me know what the responses are? So I am going to rush now. I'm going to run as quickly as time will let me go and tell you more that you are not going to survive. You are going to thrive. You are going to be a giver because the difference between you and how much your friend that earns more than you earns, I'm going to break it down. The information that person has, the inspiration that person has, the inspiration. I'm very pleased that Dr. Ade
yes,
provides all the inspiration, the fuel.
Yes, sir.
The instruction that you are able to follow, that gives you impact. Everybody listening to me now can write 10 things that they've heard from me today. 10 that you've heard from me today that you never knew before. You know that your mobile phone is as good as any computer. So you can write that down. You know that your mobile phone has apps that can teach you a brand new language from scratch.
Mm.
You know that your mobile phone, so-called mobile phone, sorry, I'm laughing, so-called mobile phone is one of the most potent, most powerful devices on planet Earth. Because your mobile phone goes all the way. It's called the GSM, Global Positioning. That's where it gets the signals from. Your mobile phone is so powerful. When you get on the airline, they tell you, you get on the aeroplane, they tell you, switch off your mobile phone. Do you know why? How many of you know that if you have a mobile phone on and you can connect to the network, you can literally hijack the entire plane? Well, Peter was going to say, I'm going to give you that now. Dr. Adebo?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to promise everybody here, I'm going to give you a link as a gift.
Yes,
I will send you a link. You will download an app onto your mobile phone. An aeroplane flying over your head in your house. You'll be able to tell me the size of the aeroplane, the type of the aeroplane, the pilot, all the details, and where the aeroplane is coming from and where it will land. This is a free software. If you have an Android phone, you can download it. If you have an Apple or Easy, in your house, as you are talking to me now, you'll be able to know the nearest airport to you and all the planes landing, all the helicopters in the air.
Amen.
You think it's a mobile phone. Moses was asked, what is in your hand? He said, it is an ordinary staff. I use it to whip the sheep to go in one direction. He said, drop that thing. He dropped it. He said, pick it up. It functioned in one way. He said, drop it again. Pick it up. It functioned another way. Your phone is a multifunction rod of Moses. Your phone, Bush, Rebecca say, can do CNN for you. You can hold your phone in front of you and speak to your phone. It goes to your YouTube account, and people from all over the world will be seeing it. Come on. Who told you it's your phone? Who told you it's a phone? The person that told you it's a phone, if the person knew the capacity of the phone, will not be selling phone. You went to a shop and you told them you wanted to buy a phone, and they gave you a phone, and you took it home, and you were deceived into thinking that that thing is a phone. Tonight, you need to know that it is not a phone. It is a big computing device. Do you know how much NASA paid for Apollo 11's computer? Hey, everybody on this call, please note this down. Write down the make and model of your phone, and I will tell you whether or not your phone can take all of us on this call to the moon and bring us back. Hey, listen to this. Your phone alone, I'm not saying our combined phone. You that is watching, because I've seen some of you, you've listed your phone here. I've seen some of you, you listed your phone. And I'm going to demonstrate, because I'm showing you some LinkedIn page. I'm going to come back and demonstrate that later. Your phone, whoever told you your phone can only get this far, lied to you. I'm going to come back, and we need to whip that funny thinking in our brain. We need to whip it off. Because it is not a phone. Let me tell you what a phone is. A phone is a device. You do gloom, 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 and the number rings and you say, hello, how are you? Yeah, and then end. That's what a phone is. The person that sold the phone to you in the shop told you it's a phone. And then you believed it. If the person knew what it was, the person would be using it to put a man on the moon. This all of you, I need to know what make and model phone you are using, please. I need it, because this is serious. I'm not here to come and give you a lecture. If you want a lecture, I'll tell you where to go and give me a lecture. I am here to make sure that your impact after this, Anna, Ashley, Beverly, Claudette, who is calling him or herself Galaxy A70 and Galaxy S10 Plus, and Hannah and Jackie and Larry and Marcia and Mark, all of you need to know one fact before we finish today. That when you download an app onto a phone, that phone assumes a different functionality. Because your phone has video capability. So you can edit. Oh, sure. Pastor Debo.
Yes, sir.
You saw my interview today, right?
Yes, sir.
I was sitting in my house and we had an interview with somebody that used to work in number 10 Downing Street. We were talking about lockdown and talking about schools and when they open. Do you know how far that man is from me? Do you know how far I am from the studio? And do you know how far the man is from the studio? We were in 3 different locations and they brought us together. With a software in your phone, your phone is able to do what's called image splitting on your phone. One day, they invited me to Parliament because there was a kerfuffle about a bill. I went to Parliament. We had a meeting. At the end of the meeting, the media wanted to know what was the outcome. So I agreed, and it was a BBC lady. I will show you this photograph. I need to share it with you. She set up her phone. And this is a BBC. She brought her phone out and put it on a stand. And said, here is the mic. I said, but where is the camera? He said, no, I don't need camera. I said, but you are the BBC. He said, yes. But where is the cameraman? He said, no, don't worry. She took the mic and clipped it on my lapel and discussed with me, and it was live. And that was the end of the interview. As soon as the interview ended, I got a message. Say, oh, Chris, thank you. You've just been on BBC. You said this. I said, how did you know? He said, no. I said, are you sure it's me? The person sent me a screen dump of me appearing on BBC. But my brain has been programmed to think that I have to have a big camera in front of me. I forgot that the mobile phone is as powerful a camera like a big 2,000-pound camera. So every single human being on planet Earth is a broadcaster of good news. He is a broadcaster of your services. He's a broadcaster of your goods. So you can film yourself in the kitchen making jollof rice and you make $1 million. Let me say this slowly. You see, my grandmother made jollof rice. And she made jollof rice all her life. And she fed her children with it. I never knew in my brain that one day you take your mobile phone as a lady that loves cooking, point the phone at your jollof rice, and people from all over the world will see your jollof rice and give you an award. How many mothers in the house know this? How many of you saw the jollof rice controversy on CNN? Last year, his name is Richard Quest. I need you to write it down. Richard Quest. Quest. Richard Quest. Jollof rice. And see how many hits he got on Twitter. How many hits he got on Facebook. Because somebody had a mobile phone and pointed it to the post.
Yes.
Quest.
Yes.
Rice.
Yes.
You saw that, Pastor Jack. Thank you for being a witness. This is why I'm trying to tell all my brethren in the house that the money you made last year is a tithe. Is a tithe. You have vloggers now. Who is a vlogger? VLOGGR. All my. When I was growing up, there were professions like lawyers, accountants, engineers. Nobody told me there was a vlogger. Nobody told me. One day I came home, my daughter was saying, so person is a vlogger. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Please, this is a new dispensation. Nobody told me there was a vlogger. Nobody told me. This is a different dispensation. You either come on board on the new train, or everybody will leave you behind and you think that you are your grandfather. Because the tools you have now were not available to your grandfathers. And were not available to our grandfathers. If our grandfathers could sit in London and talk to somebody in the room, come on. I mean, who is a fool? Come on, why travel? So COVID has exposed this truth in ways that nobody can explain. Nobody could have explained it to anybody. So that's the reason why I'm telling you. The use of technology will make or mar your bank account. Stop using it for entertainment. Start using it for business. That's what it is. It is a business tool. So I'm going to move on. Sorry, I had to lay this strong foundation so that you understand where we are and where we are going, because you need to be able to get this very clear for you. Look at this book. I wrote, my colleagues were going to write a book in 2013. Please, don't buy this book. Don't buy this book. We're a family. Pastor Debo, Dr. Debo, I want to make my chapter of this book available to everybody that came on this call.
Okay, sir.
This book talks about marketing. I was invited to write chapter 13 of this book. Social media marketing. That means, how do you use social media to promote your goods, to promote your services, to promote your consultancy? Listen to this, to the whole wide world. Because some of you don't know this. Barack Obama would never have defeated Nick Romney. I gave the analysis in this book, in my chapter. What happened with Barack Obama and what happened with Nick Romney. And how the BlackBerry that he had a BlackBerry then, and I know most of you will not remember this, and he coordinated everything from his phone. Oh, that's Barack Obama. The whole thing is distilled here. Okay, now look at Hillary versus Trump. How many of you have a Twitter account? Please put up your hand if you have a Twitter account. Let me see those that are honest now. How many of you have a Twitter account? Thank you, Ashley, MFM Tibri. How many of you have a Twitter account? Okay, I forgive you. At the end of today's event, let me see those that are honest now. At the end of today's Twitter account, how much is a Twitter account? How much does it cost to open a Twitter account? Please, can you type how much it costs to open one?
Nothing.
How much does it cost to maintain one?
Nothing.
I need to hear from you.
Nothing,
how many of you have a Twitter account? Because I really need to hear from you.
I have.
Okay. How much did you make from your Twitter account last month?
0.
So you're owing me money.
Yes, sir.
Jack Dorsey. Can you write his name down? Jack Dorsey. How much did you make from your Twitter account last month? Dorsey. D-O-R-C. Sorry, D-O-R-S-E-Y. Jack Dorsey. He follows me on Twitter. He is a multi-billionaire founder of Twitter. Listen to this. He has money. Then 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 he doesn't know what to do with money. And then he has more money. When we sat down in Oxford, he came down, we had a chat. The chat we had now, that was in Oxford. 2 years later, he came back and we were ready to make the chat public. My daughter, my eldest daughter, interviewed Jack Dorsey at the British Public Library. Type his name, Jack Dorsey. Type my name, Imafidon. I will give you past. I hope you are able to remind me this. The discussion between him, because I was in the room and they wanted me to do another interview. Therefore, my daughter interviewed him. You need to hear him, sir. He doesn't make a product. He doesn't make shoes. He doesn't make cars. He doesn't make orange juice. He doesn't make jollof rice. He believes the book of Revelation more than any pastor I've ever seen. He applies his knowledge of the book of Revelation, and that is why he's a multi-billionaire. Jack Dorsey.
Mm.
He doesn't have as much degree as you do. He is not taller than you, as tall as you. He is not shorter than you. So he's in your physical height. He's not in your strength.
Mm.
Do you know what the business is in? Because they said, we are approaching the last days. Knowledge will increase.
Mm.
They call it information technology.
Mm.
He is in the business of taking information from Pastor Debo and give it to Pastor Jack and give it to Celia. Listen, he opened a website. Not 5 websites, 1 website. Hell. Each time I remember this, I feel like weeping. When people ask me for pennies, when you can make the money, how can you ask me for $10, $20, $100, $1,000, $2,000? Isn't that crazy?
Mm.
When you can give, it's crazy. How can you not be giving money out to people? When I ask them, what is in your hand? They say it's an ordinary phone. I said, drop it. Drop it now. Download to it, that phone, what you can do. Jack Dorsey opened one website so that he can communicate with his mother. He can, so that the mother can know where he is. It is that website that is now made him a billionaire. One website.
Mm.
Listen, when Abraham sees all of us, he's going to be very annoyed because he never had this so good. How can you say you have a phone but you don't have money? What are you drinking? You are drinking something very strong. You have a phone and you can take photographs, you can take videos, and you can share it. Come on. Help one person. Help another person with information. Help another person with information. Pastor Jack can tell me the city he's living in and tell me more about the city than I can read on Google or Wikipedia. Because he has experiential knowledge. And he puts it in context. So please do not ever ignore that which is free, thinking that it is useless. Because you will be able to mentor students in Harvard, in Yale, in Princeton, at Kansas State, anytime, because you have the tools that brings you access to them. So if you are living, let me tell you one thing I would do. If I was living in Washington today, I will take my Twitter handle, I will follow all the universities in Washington. Follow means anytime they tweet anything, I will know. It will come to my phone. The day they have a problem that I can solve, I will retweet it and put a comment on it. Say, don't you know I can assist you with this? Or, I have had this before and I was able to do it. So anything you've ever done in life, you can open up a discussion, a conversation. How many of you are from the mainland USA? How many of you from mainland USA here? Can you type in mainland USA? You can make so much money from your president because he believes on Twitter. He believes in Twitter. He lives on Twitter. How many of you do not like the president? How many of you like the president? It doesn't matter. If you like the president, you can make money following him on Twitter and thanking him for what he does. If you don't like it, you can make money following him on Twitter, criticizing him or correcting him. And your president knows your name because you have a Twitter handle. Without Twitter, let me tell you the truth. If you're a mainland American, without Twitter, Hillary would have won the presidency. When there's an attack on President Trump, he fires back immediately on his Twitter. When there's an attack on Hillary, she takes 3 days, she meets this, and then she writes an email, and then she does that. By the time she finishes, Trump is going on. I'm not saying I support Trump. I'm not saying I'm against Trump. But I'm just saying the tool he's using. was made by God for me and for my generation. I can also use it. You don't have to be a celeb to be on Twitter. If you want to be a celeb, you can also be on Twitter. You only have to have a message or a point of view or have a service or a product or have some knowledge, because this is a knowledge-based economy. Because I will put out, as I'm here, I have an automatic notification on the tweets by President Trump right now. If President Trump makes an announcement right now, I know that second. Doesn't matter where I am on planet Earth. I have a Twitter notification on the Queen of England. Wherever she is, she makes a comment, I know right now. I can respond. So please, I'm begging you, there's a lot more you can do, and I'm hoping that those of you that have made up your mind, I hope you've made up your mind now, whether you want to be W2, somebody will say W2, W3, no, don't worry about it, or 1099, you have the opportunity to be able to get more money using the tools that are available now. That's one thing. So your economy is never ever going to be dependent on what somebody told you or what somebody was whispering to you. It's totally dependent on you, and then you make it up. You make what happen. Look at the website I'm showing you now. This is a young man. He's in Africa. Look at the universities he attended. This is his LinkedIn page. This is his LinkedIn page. I live in London. I work in England. And this is the LinkedIn page. He connects with me. LinkedIn tells you all the other people he's connected to. So I have his CV in front of me. Because I'm connected with him, my friends also see his CV and see his skills and see his knowledge. So if they need anything that he can provide, they connect with him. This is another person. Can you see? This is a medical doctor involved, living in a different country, involved in medical research. You don't have to be a doctor that goes to the clinic. You can be a doctor in your house and you make money from your house. Why? You look at medical research, you write report, you review report. It doesn't matter where you are located. I want you to grab this screen and you're going to check it later. So these are people that are literally thousands of miles away from me. So I need you to go and check these ones out. Can you see his connections? The hospital he's working on HIV. He's a HIV clinician. So anybody talking about Zika virus, Ebola virus, so about COVID virus, they can contact him. They can ask him questions. He can review for you. He can be a medical reviewer. You can be an engineering reviewer. I don't care whatever field you're in. It's a knowledge-based economy. If you have knowledge, you can get anywhere you want. So, I know the pastor told you a lot about me, and you saw a few things in the poster. What is important now is not who I am, by God's grace, is what I'm able to make with what I'm given. And the conviction that I'm relevant to the world of today. Can you see Michelle Obama? Who can point out the Michelle Obama there? Can anybody see Michelle Obama on my slide?
No.
Sir, excuse me, you have to stop your share and start again because it's only showing your PowerPoint. We're not seeing what you're sharing.
Yeah.
You don't see? I should stop and share?
Yes, you have to stop and share.
Okay, what about now?
Now you're not sharing anything. Then you have to share.
Okay, what about now?
Are you sharing your screen?
Okay, let me start again. Can you see anything now?
It's coming up. Now we see your screen. Great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So you can see Michelle Obama now? What about
Now we can see it.
We can see it.
We can see it.
Now, yeah. Yeah.
We can see it on the screen now.
Okay, let me go back there. Let me see.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so it looks as if when I want to share, I have to go back, stop share. and then share again,
Correct.
and then move it, and then you can share. So it has to be individual slides.
Yes.
Yes, we can see
Okay,
now.
okay, that's fine. So you didn't see my LinkedIn page?
No.
No.
Oh no, that's unfair.
Professor,
Let's
Prof.
see.
Prof. Some
Yes?
people that are watching from Nigeria, they say, can we see what the Prof is showing? Some watching from Nigeria.
Okay, good. But
Yeah,
can they see the Michelle Obama now? I think everybody see Michelle Obama.
What we see is BBC. We see BBC.
Click on the link here. CNN.
Prof. Yes. Okay. And can you see the image at the top? Can you see my photograph?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Can you see the Michelle Obama now? I think everybody see Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see Michelle Obama, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the?
CNN.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm going to go back. I'm going to have to go back one step.
Yes, we can see your photograph at the top, yes.
Okay. Can you see the?
Yes, we can see Michelle Obama.
Okay. I need to go back. I'm going to go back. I'm going to have to go back one step.
Yes, we can see your photograph at the top, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can see your photograph at the top. Yes, we can see Michelle Obama.
Okay. So I need to go back on my slide. I need to go back on my slide.
Yes, we can see your photograph at the top, yes.
Okay. So
Yes, we can see Michelle Obama.
okay. So I need to go back on my slide. Okay.
Is muted. Prof is muted.
Yeah, it will be on now very soon.
Oh.
Yeah, can you see the
He's
LinkedIn page
muted.
now?
Yeah, we can see your LinkedIn page.
Muted. He's
Okay.
muted.
It will be on now very soon.
Muted. Oh.
Yeah,
Let me see.
be on
Now, this is showing that everybody that is on this
Yeah,
call
we can see your
can have a
LinkedIn
free
page.
page. Do not pay
Yeah.
to go on
Yes.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, but
Now, so do not pay to be on LinkedIn. It's showing you put your qualifications and the skills you on this call and the skills you have a free page. Do not pay on this to go on
Yes.
LinkedIn and have a free page.
Yeah, but
Do not pay to go on.
Yes.
So do not pay to be on LinkedIn. You put your qualifications on with your LinkedIn page, and you have all your details. Your old, so-called old CV now goes to your LinkedIn page. If you have your CV on your LinkedIn page, it means everybody on planet Earth has access to your LinkedIn page. You have all your details. Your old, so-called old CV now goes to your LinkedIn page. If you have your CV on your LinkedIn page, it means everybody on planet Earth has access to that information. You have all your details. Your old, so-called old CV now goes to your LinkedIn page. If you have your CV on your LinkedIn page, it means everybody
We can't hear.
has access to that information.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
We can't hear.
Okay. We are working on it.
Hold on.
You all see the LinkedIn
Also,
page?
muted.
Okay. We are working on it. Okay. We are working on it.
You all see the LinkedIn
Also,
page?
muted.
Pastors, Dr. Tipo. You all see the
Also,
LinkedIn page?
muted. Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, look at it here. Okay.
Okay. We are working on it.
Okay, can you see it now? Pastors,
Yes, not the full page, but
Yeah,
yes.
we can see it.
I can see it. I can see it on Facebook.
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, look at it. Okay. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you see the name there? Can you say LADAPA or PO? He put his details on LinkedIn. That's what happened now. I saw it in the UK, and because I know his, can you see the name there? Can you say LADAPA or PO? He put his details on LinkedIn. That's what happened now. I can see his details on LinkedIn. I saw it in the UK, and because I know his details, I'm able to. And because I know his details, I'm able to. That's what happened now. I can see his details on LinkedIn. The person's detail that is here, what is his qualification? What is his stunning? The person's detail that is here, what is his qualification? What is his stunning? Sales engineer. Did you see that he's an engineer? I have never met him before in my life, but he has used sales engineer, this social media, to publish his skills. Did you see that he's an engineer? I have never in Birmingham before in my life. Birmingham, England, they has used require someone like this. But he is in social media to publish his skills for me to see. So he lives in Africa. So in Birmingham, whether there is lockdown England or logout, he's in his house. Requires he has a mobile phone, but he is in Africa, and then he inputs the details there. So he lives in Africa. Are you able to see this? So in Birmingham, whether there is lockdown or logout, is in your phone. His house, and is in his house. A mobile phone is not ordinary phone. He inputs the details there. Are you able to see this? This is the power that is in your phone. That is the reason why I say your phone is not ordinary phone. Alright. And now we only have one copy. But this one, all my friends see the CV, all my friends interact with the CV because we're in the same network. So any job going that requires an engineer, we only have one. All my friends will see it. But this one, all my friends. So look at his name. His last name is LADAPO, and he's a pre-sales engineer, and he does what? Mobile service. So any job going that requires an engineer, I need to show you another friend of mine that is another student of mine. That is also, look at his name. His last name is LADAPO, and he's a pre-sales engineer, and he does what? Mobile services. I need to show you another friend of mine that is another student of mine that is also. His last name is LADAPO, and he's a pre-sales engineer, and he does mobile services. I need to show you another friend of mine that is another student of mine that is also. For the screen to change, but have you seen the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Good. This is a totally different human being. Can you see his name?
Abiodun Ladipo.
For the screen to change, but have you seen the screen now? Can you see what he does?
Yes,
good.
Polytechnic.
This is a totally different human being.
Polytechnic Ibadan.
Okay, who is there now? Who can read? I've changed it.
Joshua
Can you see the name? Can you see the
Jegede.
what he does? Okay. Can you see the work where he's working?
Polytechnic Ibadan.
Okay, who is there now? Who can read? I've changed it.
Joshua
Can you see the
Jegede,
next person?
Jagede.
What is his profession? Who knows what his profession
medical
is? Where
doctor,
he's working?
maternity.
Yes. Where is he based?
I think is it in Poland or
Joshua Jagede.
No, Africa. What is his profession? Who knows what his profession is?
maternity?
Yes. Where is he based?
Nigeria.
So you can see what I'm trying to tell you. These are two different individuals.
Poland or Joshua Jagede.
No, Africa. Can you see it now? Has it changed?
Maternity.
Yes. Good. So you can see what I'm trying to tell you. These are two different individuals that are not in the UK, not in the US. Can you see it now? Has it changed? Not in Canada, they're in Africa. It has changed now, yes? Can you see the change? So these are individuals that are not in the UK, not in the US. The last line here is a HIV clinician in Africa. HIV clinician in Africa. Can you see the change? Looking at viruses over here. Are you able to see that? Can you see the last line here is a HIV clinician. This is how you export your skills from your location, looking at viruses internationally. Over here. This is one of the ways. Are you able to see that? 17 different ways you can make your skills known to other people that are not in your area. Export your skills from your location. So I don't want to take us too long. I want us to take some questions. One of the ways. Once I make remote lecture, I want you to tell me your specifics. You can make your skills so that we can deal with known to other people. What are the specific challenges that you think you have that may be standing in your way? I don't want to take us too long. I want us to take some questions in 2020. I want you to tell me your specifics so that we can deal with it. What are the specific challenges that you think you have that may be standing in your way of being a multi-millionaire in 2020? Yes, please tell me the challenges you have, because I'm conscious of the time and I know most of you are paying for your data. Tell me one reason or what profession you are involved in. You can type it because I'll see that. If you put up your hand, I'll be able to see it, because I need all of you to understand that you have conscious of multiple opportunities to make money for your data wherever you are. Tell me one reason or what profession you are involved in. You can type it because I'll see that. If you put up your hand, I'll be able to see it, because I need all of you to understand in field administration. Thank you. Multiple opportunities to make money. If you are in field administration, it doesn't matter. You can do either of two things. You can train other people that want to have the benefit of your experience. So you can record a 4-minute video. Thank you, Ashley, on what it takes. If you are in field administration, to be the best. You can do either of two things. You can train other people that video that want to have on YouTube benefit and share the links on Twitter. You can record share the link on Instagram and share the link what it takes on LinkedIn to be the best in your field. So whatever skill you have, whatever position you have, and you can volunteer to assist on YouTube, the younger generation, share the link, or the coming generation on Twitter, or how they can be better on Instagram, and share the link on LinkedIn. Once your skill is exposed, whatever skill you have, whatever position you have, you can once the skills you have is younger generation, people that need that skill, or how they contact you better lawyers, provided you put it in. Once your skill is at places where they'll see it, you get paid. There are places called Fiverr.com. I don't have time to go through that. It's known. There are people that places where you will contact your past work, provided you've done in this area. I just saying. So you can put anything where probation great. Even in probation services, Fiverr.com, you can cancel people. You can expect. You can tell them how they can reintegrate into your past real life. You can provide support. Whatever skill you have, put anything. If you can advise anybody, even in probation services, you ever advise anybody in your life, you can expect. You can put that advice how they can on social media, and people that need that advice will contact you. 5 things you need to know before you buy a car. You put it there. If you deal with cars or you sell cars. 3 things you need to know to live in London. You put it there. For people that are coming to London, they'll contact you. So you don't have to be encyclopedic. That means you don't have to know everything. You just need to be able to help one person with the information you have or with knowledge you have. So please, can you type your question? Because if you put your question up, I'm seeing it. Because I'm looking at the entire screen now. Because I don't want to bore you with the lecture. If you put on your question, you can just type your question onto me, and I'll be able to read it out and share with you. Because I really do not want you to go back to the same old that you were. No, I don't want it. Because this opportunity of lockdown has exposed you. Okay, the name of the website to market your skills, I'm going to publish that because there are many of them. But the first thing, I need your LinkedIn. I need to see what you put in your LinkedIn, because your LinkedIn will be what is shared in other platforms, and people go and see it.
And maybe, Professor,
if the skills you have is not written on LinkedIn, then you are hiding it under the bushel.
Hello, Prof. And then some
Yes?
people from where they are, if they cannot, they can send their email to the chat on the Facebook, because when we put off the Zoom, when you end the meeting, you don't have access to those information. So
Yes.
people that are writing, please write on Facebook. That's better, because when we shut this meeting down, everything you have written, we can't find it any longer. So
Okay.
type on Facebook your email address. Where are you watching us from? If you are not watching from England or you are not watching from the US, where are you watching from? What question you have? Even after the broadcast, those questions can be brought out and answer can be sent to you in case we're having some problems there. But if you put everything on, I can see right now a lot of comment on chat, and when we end this meeting, mostly it goes. There's no way to get it back. So please go to your Facebook page, type what you want to type in there, put where are you watching from, let us see your email. After this broadcast, it's easier to go to those things, and Professor will be able to respond back to you. So that's what I feel you pass across the way, because I'm seeing a lot of comments here on chat, but there's no way to get this thing after we finish this broadcast.
Okay. So if you attended this program today and you need to take this seriously and change your current economic status so that it's not dependent anymore, ever. Because I see someone wrote here, I'm a writer, I'm a journalist, I'm an advisor. If you are a journalist, if you are an advisor, you cannot say you are not making more money in lockdown, than when you are released. Because I want to know what you are advising and how we can put that advice in a form of an electronic format. Once I know that, you will cascade that across all the platforms. What do you do? That's why I asked Moses, what is in your hand? You have been a shepherd. I want you now to shepherd human beings. So you are going to scale up. You cannot scale down. Because you've managed to shepherd sheep, you can shepherd young children. And because you are a shepherd to young children, it's very easy for you to be able to be a shepherd to their mother. So you now do what is called data mining. You do how many of you have emails? How many people have you given your emails to? How many people have tried to sell you things on email? All of you here can learn to speed read. All of you here. Any human being that is alive, that has 2 eyes, can read faster than the one they are reading now. I have a program tomorrow, for instance, where we'll teach you how to speed read. That means you read the entire Bible in 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. You read 14 newspapers within 2 hours. 14 different newspapers. 4 newspaper within 2 hours. Your television station will invite you to come and do what? Paper review. And they'll pay you. CNN will pay you. Fox News will pay you. The BBC will pay you. Because you put on your LinkedIn that you can speed read. So I'm just saying different areas with different human beings that can express. If you've ever been a mother of a child, it doesn't matter what age the child is. You can document your experience, not somebody else's experience. Your experience. As a mother, you can advise other mothers.
That's a job right there.
Advise Muslim mothers. You can advise atheist mothers. Because being a mother, you have universal principles. So this is why I keep saying, you have skills that you don't value. When I ask you questions, I'll be able to find out there are skills that you have that you don't know that so many people want to have the same. I will take you to places where people want to have the same. We'll take you to forums where people ask questions. I have a 6-year-old, and this is the problem I have. What can I do? And because you've had a 6-year-old that has similar problems, you can tell them, this is what I did. From questions, that's how you make a book. You take one question, is one chapter, another question is another chapter, and you tie them together. Meanwhile, you are a school teacher. You're working with children, but they have parents, and you interact with parents. It's called multi-streaming. The book you use in teaching children this year may not be very good. You can improve on that book and come up with your own book. So you become an author. And we'll show you how to write 1,000 words in 1 hour. Let me say this slowly. You will be able to write 1,000 words in 1 hour. So if you're in lockdown, you are writing. This is what I keep telling you. You cannot say you're in lockdown, you're not doing anything. I'm as busy in lockdown as when I'm so-called in open world. So every one of you here have things you can document. How you got your job, what you've been through. If you are a citizen, what you went through before you became a citizen. If you visited any other country, what you gained, you document it and you share it. And it will help one person. I don't want you to help 1 million people. One person. If you can help one person, you can then start scaling it with feedback. So how many of you belong to any forums on Facebook or group? Please type in if you belong to any group on Facebook. Just type the group in. I need to see it. If you belong to any group, it doesn't matter what group you belong to. If you have a car and your car is a Renault car, you can talk about your experience with that car. And all the other people that drive Renault in your area will know. And people that drive Renault elsewhere will know. I have someone, I'm telling you, this person is not an engineer at all. He just drives cars. And he wrote about his car. And the problem is had with his car. Guess what? People started asking him questions about cars. He's not an engineer. I'm telling you this. So I know of another lady in Holland. She is not a beautician. She blogs about her hair. She talks about her hair. She just wants a contract to write a book about black women's hair in Holland. I said, my grandmother had a black hair. I could have told her to write a book. But my grandmother did not have the internet where she can talk or share about hair. So this is the difference. You have the exposure. You have the tools. You have the convenience. Say, no, I don't know how to write. Who told you? Anybody that can read can write. If you read a book by Pastor, for instance, when I picked up that book, I knew more about how to deal with drug addiction in inner city. Ask him, I told him. How do you deal with children that are into drugs in inner city? I knew it. I learned from him. Because he gave me a practical experience. The newspaper just give you, one boy has been shot because he was drug addiction. That's all they say. But he gave me the insight into it. He gave me the insight into homelessness. There's something I learned from that book that I'm going to write. I learned that from the book. And when you blog about it, write about it, and spread it. Don't put jokes. You know what worries me, Pastor?
Yes, sir.
Many people use their Facebook page only for birthday greetings. When they have a birthday, then they put it there. It says my birthday. I know that people love you. People love your birthday. But your Facebook is not for only one day a year. There are 365 days. You have other things you are doing. Oh, say no, I like my privacy. Fine. You don't want to be on Facebook? Fine, I'm happy with it. I'll give you a pseudonym, a pen name, an alias. You won't put your photograph. You put the photograph of Jesus Christ on your front line, on your timeline. You put the photograph of your car on your timeline. Don't put your name. Right? Don't get me wrong. You don't want to be exhibited. No, don't put your name there. Put an alias there. Put photographs that doesn't have anything to do with you. Put your dog's photograph, your cat's photograph, your garden's photograph. Take a photograph of your meal, put it there, and tell them how to cook meals.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice. Pounded yam. Plantain. What do you like? What do you want? Not what I want. And as long as you have a phone, your phone should pay your bills. Every bill you have, not the telephone bill. No, don't get me wrong. I don't want your phone to pay the telephone bill for the phone. I want your phone to pay your heating bill, your water bill, your lighting bill. All the bills in your house you pay by the telephone. Which language do you speak that other people may want to learn? Which instrument do you play that, by the way, and while we are on this call, is there anybody that plays any instrument here? I'm looking for someone to hire, by the way. This is serious. How many of you play any instrument? If you do, please type the instrument you play right now into the Google now, and I will show you tools that you can use, and you will use video to teach another person in another continent how to play the instrument. In another continent. Because you are seeing me, I'm seeing you, we'll interact, and I'll say, this is the key, press this, press that, and I'll hear this sound, and I will see you, I'll say, turn it towards me, and I'll coach you, I'll train you, I'm serious. Does anybody know how to play the piano or keyboard? Can you put up your hand if you can play the piano or keyboard? Type yes if you're on Facebook. Can you play the piano or keyboard? Can you play the violin? Can you play the saxophone? Which instrument can you play? Type it there. You think I'm joking? How many people on this call has heard about Justin Bieber?
Yes,
How
sir.
many? How many people knew that nobody cared about Justin Bieber? Nobody knew him. You have skills that you don't value. The mother put a mobile phone in front of Justin Bieber playing instruments. And then the mother put that video on YouTube. And somebody saw it on YouTube. Hey, please don't believe what I'm saying. Can you go and Google Justin Bieber now? When you finish, go and Google him. Justin Bieber did not know, nobody knew him. I'm telling you, nobody knew him, nobody cared about him. Go and find out now. Please type Justin Bieber. Type, if you are watching on YouTube, type Justin Bieber. If you are watching on Facebook, type Justin Bieber. And then type YouTube next to him. And then hit the search engine. Come on. Thank you. Somebody said, I saw the video of Justin Bieber. Thank you. It's not a joke. How many of you know my great friend? He wrote one book called A Brief History of Time. How many of you know that? How many of you read the book, A Brief History of Time, by Stephen Hawking? How many of you heard about the book, A Brief History of Time? It was New York Times bestseller. He was not just on a wheelchair. He wrote the book when he couldn't write and when he couldn't talk. He was suffering from motor neuron disease. The doctor told him he's supposed to die. They gave him a medical report, medical certificate of death. They signed it. I saw a copy of it. I can share it with you. I was with the wife recently, the daughter, the son. We were together in Cambridge. His name is Professor Stephen Hawking. He was in a wheelchair. He could not talk. He cannot talk. Oh, Sharabakai. He cannot walk. When you talk to him, he presses computer. It's the computer that talks to you. He cannot write. Yeah, he wrote a New York Times bestseller. Please, don't give me excuses. Please, please, please. You are not an excusiologist. I have a friend whose photograph I was going to share with you. His name is Lord Jeffrey Archer. Lord Jeffrey Archer. Lord Jeffrey Archer. He was arrested. He was tried. After being tried, he was sent to jail. And everybody thought, because he's a lord, like a senator, he's a senator in the UK terms, he's a senator. They were going to send him to jail. The judge was afraid that if he goes into jail, he, Lord Archer, will commit suicide. Are you listening to me? They said he will commit suicide because he's so famous, he's so rich, and now they have disgraced him to put him in jail. So in jail, they put a CCTV in his cell so that he doesn't commit suicide. Guess what happened? Who can guess? In jail, he did what Paul does. Anytime you put Paul the Apostle in jail, he will be writing letters, episode this, episode that, episode this, episode that. Lord Archer wrote in jail. Why was in jail? He wrote a book called Hell. He wrote a book called Purgatory. He wrote a book called Heaven. He wrote 3 books inside jail. And each book became a bestseller. So Jeffrey Archer made more money inside jail than the judge that sent him into jail. Ladies and gentlemen, can you go and type Jeffrey Archer book trilogy Hell, Jeffrey Archer trilogy Purgatory, Jeffrey Archer trilogy Heaven, and see how much he made? The judge that was afraid that threw him into jail. They were debating how the taxes he paid is more than the judge's. How can they lock you down? Who can lock you down? They can't lock you down. They can confine you to a space. Your brain still thinks. That's what Stephen Hawking taught us. I'm sorry, I don't have time to share the images because I didn't know I was going to be this long. So please, I need you to ask me a practical question. Thank you. I've just seen this is Wikipedia. Thank you. Thank you. Chatman, thank you very much for confirming that. So, quite seriously, every one of you is a multimillionaire.
Amen.
And it's not depending on your location.
I agree with you.
All right? If you want to pray for poverty, you can pray for poverty. But as far as wealth is concerned, wealth is yours automatically. So you have to put in a lot of effort to be poor. You have to work really, really hard to be poor. Because you were blessed with enough brain cells to confirm you as a genius. And I keep saying, how many of you here have heard about Michael Bloomberg?
Yes, sir. The New York mayor.
Aha, that's right. Former mayor of New York.
Yes, sir.
And they were asking him recently, they said, oh, you are running to be president? He said, yes, I'm thinking of running to be president. They said, if you get the Democratic nomination, it means that there are going to be 2 billionaires running in this race. He looked at it and said, what do you mean? Who is the other billionaire? Can I ask you a question? What does Bloomberg sell? Because I had a dinner with him and I couldn't believe when we were discussing. Who can tell me what does it sell? What product does it sell? Or what services does it provide? Who can guess? It doesn't matter whether in the UK there's Bloomberg.
Yeah, is that a television station?
Yeah. That's just an outside of it.
Okay.
Because we sat down and we discussed in London, right by the Southampton, next to the palace. I'll show you. I'll see when I can come back. Yeah. Oh, keep guessing. Keep guessing. I'll see what I can pull up. Oh, that's Louis. I'll see what I can pull up. I'll pull up. Yes, let's see this. Keep guessing. Aha. I'm going to have to get this up. Do you know what he sells?
No, sir.
He said he sells information. 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 He puts information in context. And that is why the investors come and meet him for information. Bloomberg is all about information. Can you see my slide now? I just put up a new slide.
Yes, sir. Fox.
This photograph is the photograph we took after the dinner. Can you see that is Bloomberg at the bottom? Can you see Bloomberg at the bottom?
Yes, sir.
And can you see that's Jack Dorsey on the top?
Okay.
Both of them are multi-billionaires. When you talk to them please don't forget, I warned you, you are going to type Jack Dorsey and you are going to type his name and my name, and you're going to see what conversations we've had. Some of them private, some of it has been made public now. Newsweek reported it. Imafidon, Jack Dorsey, Newsweek. Go get it.
Sir, how do you connect to all these big names? I've noticed you've mentioned a lot of people. You have pictures with top people. How do you connect with them?
When you come on the program, like I said, the weekend program, the 2-day program, you will see I will play the videos of my discussions with them. So you know that it's not a selfie. Discussions. What we discussed. And like I told you, tonight, the lengthy discussion between me and Jack Dorsey, the multi-billionaire, I'm going to give it to you for coming on this call. They find out what problem you have solved. They are interested in the problem you can solve. Because they always have problems. And that is why Joseph was taken from jail to the palace. Because the baker had a dream. He didn't know the meaning. The butler also had a dream. He didn't know the meaning. Joseph told them the meaning of the dream. Most of you had a gift. Your brethren betrayed you and you got an eye and you stopped giving the gift. All of you here. There's nobody here that doesn't have a gift. Some of you do like Joseph said, no, hang on. I am in jail today because I told my brethren I saw a dream. And then they sold me to Potiphar's wife. And then now I did nothing wrong and now they put me in jail. Please, anybody that has a dream, please go away. I don't talk about dreaming anymore. So the talent in you is what makes way for people to find you out. Can you see the slide now? Who can see this slide of Nick?
Yes, who can see it, sir.
Can you see that small boy there that is standing next to me?
Yes, sir.
How many of you know him? He's a very small boy. That photograph that we took together, I have a video of this, by the way, a video where we discussed. The photograph we took together there, where we are smiling, was taken inside the Queen's residence in London, in Buckingham Palace. The Queen invited all the people that are interested in technology. Then Prince Andrew. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you see this. You see the relationship between me and Prince Andrew, and his interest in trying to use technology to help the youths. All right. This young man that is sitting next to me, at the age of 17, he was a multi-millionaire. Look at him. So it's not age related. And he's a foreigner. It's not English. Can you see the website on top of his head? Can we all see the website? Yes? Can we all see the website?
Yes.
I need you to copy that website to go and find out what I told you now is true. I don't want you to believe me. It's still, as I'm talking to you now, his story is still in the BBC website right now. I want you to copy it or screen capture this. Do whatever you need to do with this. Go and find out whether this small boy, how many millions he made when he was 17 years old. By one app on the phone. One app, not two apps. I need you to copy everybody. This is your homework. This is your homework. You came to a class today. This is your homework. So when you start praying for prosperity, you understand what I'm telling you about. When I say that you are a multimillionaire, I'm not trying to say, oh yes, amen. No. I'm not wishing you're a multimillionaire. I'm not hoping that you are going to be great. Come on. Great things we are reaching about you. Great things we are reaching about. Before you came to the planet Earth, before you came out of your mother's womb, you were made great. You are not going to be great. Don't let anybody deceive you that you are going to be great. You were born great. But you did not know your heritage. And you allow somebody else to misinform you and trip you into believing and therefore living a lie as a beggar. How can you be a beggar? Who made you a beggar? You believed you were a beggar. You were never made a beggar. It's like a car. A car is made to drive on the road. Then some people be pushing the car. Is that not crazy? Start the car, ignite the car. And this night is the ignition key you needed to ignite your car. How can you be asking someone for $1,000? Come on. Come on. He wrote one app. I want you to go and read the story. I don't want to spoil it for you. People are looking for you right now. But your skill is buried. Your CV is hidden. How can they help? How can you help them? How can they know you live? They can never know. I just moved the slide backward to show you somebody. And I want you to tell me, is this person black or white? Can you see that girl? Can you see the girl on top? That girl on top, is she black or white? Is she black or white? Please, I need to hear from you.
She's black.
Thank you. Did you read what is there? She is the youngest person ever on planet Earth. On this planet, she is the youngest person to pass the German high school exam. German. She is black. Her father is black. Her mother is black. She's not mixed race. She is Igbo. Her name is Chimemela. Igbo, unto the 40th generation. She went and wrote the German exam and scored the highest in the entire country. Set a new record. What do you think she is now? I want you to go, write her name down, look at her photograph, and see me on LinkedIn. She is now vice president of Barclays Bank. Right now. She was brought to me as a student. The father is a pastor in a church. The father is not a banker. She just came back from Wall Street. She was working for UBS. She came out of Hackney, a low socio-economic area in London, where people live in council estates, where you will go and they tell you an estate is crime infested, and you call the police will not want to come. She came from the poorest of the poorest postcode. Don't you know what I'm talking about? The zip code is marked. And today she's a vice president of a bank in a foreign land. She got multiple scholarships after working with us into the top schools in the country. She was invited by the Prime Minister then to number 10 Downing Street. How can you show your talent and your talent will not make way for you? Come on. You think that's a biblical saying? No, it's not a biblical saying. It's a daily reality. Look at the young man below him. Can you see Ivan is a black boy? That boy is now working for a Japanese investment bank, Nomura. I want you to look at his name. I want you to look at his photograph. I knew him when he was 7 years old, going 8. He's now in Nomura as a senior manager. I want you to go and check him on LinkedIn. Who lied to you about who you are? And why would you believe a lie and then live a lie? These are immigrants in the United Kingdom and they are dominating their niche. I will waste time giving you case study after case study. I will bore you. Pastor, can we advance the slide? I'll just move the slide back to Joshua. This is a totally different one, not related to the ones I said before. His name is Joshua. I'm giving you names, I'm giving you statistics, I'm giving you information. Go and check whether this be true. This is the Queen Mary University of London. It's an Ivy League university. Can you see that young man there? His name is Joshua. At the age of 17, he had already graduated with a top class, first class, in finance, in economics, and then mathematics. Listen to this. By law, you are not allowed to start your undergraduate studies until you are 18. So how can he finish his entire undergraduate studies at 17? Let me repeat that. You go into high school, you leave from high school to university when you are 18. If you ask right now, if you write to the vice chancellor, they tell you you have to be 18. But how can he finish at 17? Because at 17, Goldman Sachs gave him a job for $40,000. How much was his mother earning at that time? How much was his father earning at that time? When I say you are a multi-millionaire, you are consulted by kings, you think it's a joke. Please, take note of this number. That's why I gave you the website. I want you to take a photograph of this website, go and Google it, and come back and see whether this is true, or whether this is entertainment, or whether this is to encourage you, or whether this is to inspire you. No, it's not to inspire you. This is not to encourage me. This is a matter of fact. You take it and leave it. That's up to you. That's up to you. Because if I mentor you, you cannot but be successful. It's impossible. Because I knew where you were born. I knew why you were born. And I knew who made you. Go to your car mechanic. Your car mechanic doesn't need to see your car. When he hears the engine of your car, he knows whether it's a Ford. He knows whether it's a Honda. He knows whether it's Japanese. He hears the sound of it. From the make, he can tell whether the car is great or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? From the sound of your voice, I can tell who made you and what you were made for. Say, oh, I don't know my calling. You are lying to yourself. I ask you 5 questions, I know your calling. That's not a big deal. If If I look at your bank account, I know who you're calling, your so-called calling or gifts. It's true. It's the easiest thing. Then you are afraid to manifest. That's Joshua. That's Joshua's mom. Can you see? I've advanced the slide. Can you see this is Joshua's mom. Joshua's mom is writing a book about her experience as a counselor in the United Kingdom. That's her there. So I'm not here to entertain you, please. I'm not here to teach you what they told me. I'm here to share with you names, faces of people. Take that screenshot. Can you see Joshua's LinkedIn page? Can you see his LinkedIn page? I need to take his LinkedIn page now, Joshua Bright. Go on your LinkedIn and go and Google it. So nobody should casually just dismiss things, as I was saying. Nobody should dismiss things at all.
So I think at this
I'm putting the slide up. I'm showing you the photograph of Sir Ben Ainsley. He's 6 times Olympic champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He got Deutsche Bank to fund his attempt. He came to the US to help Oracle win the World Cup. I want you to Google it. So I hope you've taken some things tonight, and I'm hoping that if you are serious, really, really serious about taking your life forward and understanding, I didn't have to tell you about Motola. I would have told you about Motola. Up to now, it's still on the Oxford University website. That's Anne-Marie. I told you about multilingualism. Look at this. Because I'm rushing. I know. Look at Anne-Marie. Look at the number of languages she speaks. You were built to speak 15 mutually exclusive languages. Let me repeat. You were made by your maker so that your brain can speak 15 different languages. Because your French teacher in school told you are bad at French, you then lie to yourself that you are bad at French. Because your Spanish teacher told you are bad in Spanish, you then believed it. Everything they told you were bad at is because they didn't know who you were. They know their subject French, but they don't know your linguistic capacity. They know their subject Spanish, but they don't know who made you. They might know their subject German because they don't know who made you. You are multilingual. That's how you were created. So, Pastor, I'd like to take some more questions.
Yes, sir. So, everybody that has a question, what we want to do is to take it one by one. You let us know. Those that have questions, can you put it on the chat so that it will call you one by one, that the line can be on mute so that we can follow a very clear order just to avoid noise. Please, can you let us have how many of us have questions, so that from there we'll be able to answer. Professor will be able to answer them as we carry on. So the lines will be unmuted. If you have questions, please put it in the chat so that we know one by one, name one by one, then we'll call you in that order so that it will be easier to be able to follow it. So can we have names on the chat page so that it can be done orderly? Everyone that is that want to ask questions, please can you let us have your so that we can call names one by one, and those lines will be unmuted one by one so that we can have order on the line. Can we have names that those that want to ask questions, or you raise your hand so that will be easier for us to be able to follow, so that just to have order on the line.
Yes, Sharon Shatman.
Okay.
Yes, Sharon, go ahead. You put up your hand already.
Hi, yes, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Thank you for all the information you provided. I wasn't in class the whole entire time because I had to go pick up medication. But my question for you is, how can we be mentored by you? Most of these people that you gave as case studies, they were mentored by you. And so what does it take to to get that, to make that happen.
Okay. All you need to be able to be mentored by me is what you've already done here. You have a Zoom account. You know how to use technology to be able to contact me, and then I'll be able to show you and take you through a weekend on Friday evening, all day Saturday, and then half day on Sunday. I'll look at your CV. Then I'll do an interview. What do you like? If you like anything, then we can work around whatever you like. If you like football, fine. If you like music, fine. It's establishing what you like and what you spend time and energy doing up till now, and then we'll be able to do what is called a skills audit. What can you do? And then what can you do to enhance what you can do and deploy it using your mobile phone, or if you have the luxury, your tablet. So what I advise you to do is please email, if you probably send an email and put a mentor in your subject line. You all have my email. You saw my email on the slide?
No, sir, I don't have it.
Okay. It was on the, I think it was on the first slide or the second slide. But okay, I'll make sure that
you can give it to them for those that will need the email, so that they will be able to follow up from there, so that we can address other questions. Okay. I only have just very few. If you are asking questions, let's do it all at once so that we can close this broadcast. Minister Wonder, I can see your hand. If you have any question, you raise your hand and they mute your line. Minister Wonder, please, can you ask your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You mentioned a class, and I'm trying to find out. I know you just said send an email to you, but when is the class, or is this one-on-one mentoring?
No, it's a class with a group. It's a small group that are likely going to be in the same direction. So some will not be too advanced for others. So we'll look at it, and there'll be synergy in the group. As we take through the fundamentals, again, I keep asking, what do you like? What are you doing now? And how can we enhance it? So the class will be a group of people, different experiences, but there'll be some of synergy.
So okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we will send you an email with what information would you need?
Mentor as the subject line, and put a link to your LinkedIn page if you have any, to your Twitter page if you have any, to your Facebook page if you have any. If you don't have any, to your Instagram page. If you don't have any, say, I don't have any. Because I know you never saw any value in being involved in this, because quite honestly, most people use these platforms for entertainment. So some people are naturally unhappy signing up for any of this. So just tell us what platforms you're in, and then put the word mentor inside the subject line, and somebody will respond to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other wanted to make sure any other person that has questions so that we can just take it. We are trying to follow people that have any other person, please. Can you move the line? Okay, yes, please go ahead.
I just want to find out, how do we register to be mentored?
Okay. You send your details across to us by email, and then more importantly, you put the word mentor in the subject line of the email.
Okay.
And then we'll contact you back.
Okay.
If you put your details there, particularly if you're on Twitter or you are on LinkedIn.
I'm on LinkedIn.
If you're not on Twitter or not on LinkedIn, like I keep saying, it is not a requirement. The requirement is understanding that in you right now, you are underperforming financially. That's the only requirement. And you are willing to move in the direction that I know that the divine has made you. If you made less than $1 million last year, I don't know why you're on planet Earth. You're in a totally different planet. If you're a human being, you've had any form of skills or education or exposure, you don't even need to have graduated college. Jack Dorsey did not complete his college degree, by the way. So it's not college. The 17-year-old has not completed his college. He has not even started college. So it's not related to your certification. It's not related to your age. It's not, the only thing that is related to is that degree, that desire, and that hunger in you to manifest what's in you.
Pastor Jack, ask question, please. He'll be asking his question right now. Please, his line to be unmuted. Pastor Jack, can you speak? Can we have that line unmuted, please? Pastor, over to you.
Ask question, please. He'll be asking his question right now.
Yes, good evening, Professor.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, Professor.
You're welcome. How are you?
We have that line unmuted, please.
Good evening. Good evening, Prof.
Yes, go ahead.
Prof, good evening.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
Yes, good evening, Professor.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Yes?
you've been talking about your email address. We need to.
You're welcome. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Good evening. Good evening, Prof.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes,
Yes, good evening. How are you?
on the email, we've not seen two questions. We've been talking about your email address. Fine, thank you.
Ask your question now.
We have not. We've not. We need to get. Fine, thank you. On the email, we've not seen two questions.
No, you have to mute one of your devices.
We've not seen your
mute one
email
of your
address
applications.
yet. And you talked about your weekend class. Now, do you have dates in mind, or we get that when you respond to the email?
Yes, we'll send you dates. Thank you very much. We'll send you dates once we have agreed the group of people that are coming up.
I didn't get that, sir.
We'll send you email once we have agreed the group of people that are coming up. So once we have sent the details to you, one of the things that will be in the email is the date availability. There is always a Friday evening, all day Saturday, and then half day on Sunday. But we'll let you know when the next weekend is.
We will discuss that and be able to come out with an appropriate time that will be helpful to be able to get people into this. Now, as many people that want to maybe mentor or want to be those, so all we want us to do is to be able to, because if we close this Zoom right now, everything here will go. So please, if you are among those that are talking about the mentor, you can text me. I'll send those information to Professor, and be able to find a way to get this message across. Send us your email and your name, so when we send it across, whatever has to be sent, it can mail you back to make it a bit easy. Because when we shut down this Zoom right now, that is all the information is gone. So that's what we will do. Pastor, are you true so that other people can ask?
Yes, I'm true. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. Another person, because we're rounding up this meeting right now, and we will let us know the follow-up meeting that will take place. By Monday, Prof will be speaking to all our children. Sharon, I'm coming. Prof will be speaking to all our children by 5 p.m. All our children on technology that are going through technology right now. Prof will be speaking to them by 5 p.m. London time and 12 12 p.m. Washington DC time, 5 p.m. London time. So let's encourage our kids to be on that thing. Prof have things that will help our children to be able to forge a very great future.
So get a scholarship.
Get scholarship.
So get a scholarship to top universities and top schools.
Good.
No matter what you are studying, whether you are reading law, engineering, or you are in high school or you are in middle school, there is a well-trodden path that guarantees, not hope, guarantees you a place at Yale, a place at Harvard, a place at Oxford, a place at Cambridge. If you don't know it, you then hope that your son gets there. But if you know it, you prepare your son or your daughter and they end up there effortlessly because you have already done the guidance. That's what guarantees it.
That'll be 5 p.m. 5 p.m. on Monday, UK time for all our kids, which is 12 p.m. Washington DC time. Please, it will be on this same Zoom. 5 p.m. we'll schedule it, and I believe it will be a lot of help for parents. Get all our kids to be able to listen to Professor, to be able to help them. Sharon, please, your question. Can we hear you as we round up? Sharon, can we have the line on mute, please? Can we unmute?
Yes. So the only thing I was trying to say to you, Pastor, is that I have been able to save the chat, everything in the chat box, since I've been on anyway. So I will email that to you.
Okay. But can you put it on the Facebook store so that it will be easier? Professor can see it. I can see it. To be easier for him to access it. Can you?
Okay.
Yes, I will do that. I will do
Sharon?
it. Yes, sir.
Do you work as a virtual conference assistant?
I can.
Okay. Because that's what you just did. So you have to put that on your CV, and then you have to put it in your LinkedIn page, because seriously, there are conferences taking place now for banks, for Accenture, for big Fortune 500 companies. They ran out. Because of the COVID, they ran out of people to help them organize conferences, send out invitations, chase out people, and you can do this in addition to your current job. So you didn't have to give up your current job.
Okay.
So you can be a virtual meeting assistant, facilitating conferences, seminars, webinars, any online-based things, because you can screen record. Have you got Camtasia on your phone or on your PC?
Pardon me, sir?
Camtasia, a software that screen grabs.
No, I don't, but now that you said, I'll go get it. It's called Camtasia.
Yeah, Camtasia. Are you on the PC or an Apple person?
I have a PC. No, I have a regular PC, a ZBook. I have a tablet. I have a phone.
You have more than enough. That's enough. That's more than enough. Stop.
Three tablets.
Stop. So you can host 3 conferences at the same time.
I could.
Yeah. All from your kitchen or your sitting room.
Yes, sir.
You're a blessing to us. Thank you very much for
Amen. Thank you.
Technicalities.
Thank you. Right. So, Sharon, get that thing on that platform so that it will be easier to transfer it to him. Put it on the Facebook page, that page. Just type as many you can type there. It will be easier to follow it up. Then, as we round up, Prof, you mentioned those that needed job on Amazon. Those that may want to access job, those like in Nigeria, because they are listening to us, that may want to access job in Amazon. How can they apply for job from a place like Nigeria?
If you are in Nigeria or you are in Washington, I don't even know now. On this Zoom, I don't know. This is how seamless it is.
They are watching us. They are watching us live on Facebook.
Can I constrain you, please, to use your data wisely by putting in things that will generate money? Put things on your LinkedIn page. You must put a photograph of your details of your qualifications and your picture on LinkedIn page.
So they have to have a link. They have to have a LinkedIn
Gmail account. With your Gmail account, you can put videos about what you've done. It doesn't matter what you do. Put a video of it there. You can do the video without yourself face showing. And send that to me. Join the mentorship. You join the mentorship, we will check your Twitter page. We'll show you how to send one message. It will go to Twitter, it will go to Instagram, it will go to Facebook, it will go to LinkedIn. And you just do it once or twice a day for a period of time. We'll find out which book you like reading. If you like T.D. Jakes' book, fine. If you like political books, fine. It doesn't matter what discipline you want. We just need to establish you, and we will tell you other Nigerians, they have never left Nigeria. They have not left Nigeria. They are my virtual seminar assistant in Abuja. We had meetings in Abuja. I have not been to Abuja. They organize things in Abuja. I didn't go to Abuja, but they organize things, and we have this type of meetings, and they collect the money from them, and they sit and they receive instructions, and they go back and make more money. So if you are in Nigeria, you are blessed because you don't have any competition. If you are in Lusaka, you are blessed because you don't have any competition. There is no competition in Africa because the technological penetration is very, very little. All they have in Nigeria is WhatsApp and phones. Very few people have Facebook and use it as a commercial tool. So if you are in Nigeria now, today, with an email, you can design a whole book. With an email, you can edit a book. And you don't need a phone, you don't need more than a phone. So you read. Nigeria speaks English. Europe needs English. And Europe, they've kicked out Britain. All the countries that get Britain, they're withdrawing all of it. I'm looking for any English-speaking country. New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, South Africa. They just want someone that had their English, had elementary school taught in English, not in Swahili. They will take it to them because they want English-speaking people in the world.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
We'll be rounding up this meeting right now after it's been spent. Thank you for pouring out this information for us. We are challenged. We'll be doing one for charities next week. But I want to appreciate you on the behalf of all our people from the US and those people watching on Facebook Live. We want to thank you, and those watching us from different places. If you are watching us in any part of the world, Lagos, someone sending mail to me from Ghana, so please just type where you are watching us from and your email address. Send your email address. Where are you watching from? Email address. Put it on the chat of the Facebook. Put it there so that it will be easier to be able to follow up with anything that you are sending, any message or any information. God bless you. We'll be rounding up right now, and we want to thank you, sir, for all the things you have taught us. We believe we will be able to convert them into practical things that will change status tomorrow. Thank you very much, sir, and we appreciate you. And we thank every one of us that has been here for this lecture. Those from the US, thank all of you. Those in London, sorry that all of you could not maybe speak when you wanted to, because there was so much noise that we are getting from everyone. Those in Nigeria, they couldn't hear us. Another nation, they are sending it they couldn't hear. So we have to mute everything. That's why we could get everything done right now. We appreciate all your patience. If there's any other thing anybody wanted to pass across, you can send them to me. I will get them across to the professor. God bless you all. Will give us next meeting we're having with Professor one next week. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you very much. God bless.
Bye-bye, yes.
Okay.